Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy. Support for Messy comes from Iris Store. I'm telling you guys, this holiday season, you got to give yourself or someone you love the gift of glowing skin. I am obsessed with my Eye Restore Illumina face mask, okay? It has 360 medical grade LEDs. That's 2 times more LEDs than any other mask. And this powerful device ensures your skin glows brighter than your holiday lights. It is the only mask that shines red, infrared, and blue light all at once. So it's tackling wrinkles, it's tackling acne and inflammation. It is the perfect gift to make your skin naughty, free, and nice. Eye Restore Illumina's face mask is lightweight, it's breathable, it's adjustable. It comes with a portable battery pack so you can glow on the go. I literally sit in my bed, pop it on 3 nights a week, kinda, and watch my favorite show. And there I am, curled up in my cozy blanket, watching a great show and getting light therapy on my skin. And for a limited time, our listeners will get 25% off their Illumina face mask when you use code MESSY25 at irestorelaser.com. That's 25% off your Illumina face mask at irestorelaser.com with promo code MESSY25. So give the gift of confidence to yourself or someone you love for a limited time only. Again, our listeners will get 25% off their Illumina face mask when you use code MESSY25 at irestorelaser.com. That's 25% off your Illumina face mask at irestorelaser.com with promo code MESSY25. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Happy holidays from Iris Store. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Messy.
Who are you?
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Christina.
How are you, my friend Christina?
How am I? I don't know. I think we're at the time of the year, or, I can use that as an excuse where I think people start to feel kind of the weight of holidays and expectations and things like that. But also just been kind of going through it, like feeling the weight of everything and I think in writing a book and starting to talk to people about my feelings that they're like there and they're big and yeah, it's just a feeling that I put away for so many years. So now I'm just kind of feeling a little overwhelming, but not in a bad way. Just I feel very supported and loved and stuff, but
good.
Kind of just feeling the weight of the world and life and my past and those things. How are you?
No, we're not doing that yet.
How are you?
Well, let me ask you, did you have an awareness that you have never really allowed yourself to feel these things? Did you have an awareness that you would you were putting them away, or, that's your way of surviving, obviously, and moving forward. And you lived a very nonstop life and you've had a lot of time to sit literally and figuratively with your feelings. And I understand the process of bringing this all up is bringing it all up. But, are these things that you've never dealt with before?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. 100%. 52 years of putting things away because I couldn't. We have a job that you can't bring your shit to work. You've got to be early, if not, and on time and professional and be, gracious and grateful and fun and filled with energy. And you can't cry and you can't do all those things. It is not allowed. And yeah. I think having done it since I was a kid, especially when I was a kid, that was like definitely not allowed. You didn't want to be the little cryy little kid. You can't do that. And then as an adult, especially being a woman, you can't bring all of that with you because you've got to be strong. And so, yes, 100%, absolutely. I have taken everything that's happened to me behind the scenes and put it into what I like to call my circle of trauma, which is in my stomach. That's where, we've talked about this, where I get very sick to my stomach when things are going on in life, whether it be, parenting or, anything else. And I put it into the little ball of trauma. Did I say circle of trauma? It's not, it's a ball, because it's if you can just imagine it right below, like where your ribs are, like
it's like your solar plexus, right? Is that what that's called?
I think so. Or are those up higher? I don't know.
No, I thought it was down there.
It's like where everybody meets, like all the things that happen, like your esophagus meets up with your stomach and your organs, and everybody has a big job in this one spot. And for some reason, that's where I hold all of my pain. And like, you can't even touch it. You physically can't even touch me there, because I get like either completely nauseated or I cry. And so that's where I stuff everything. But right now it's like, it's opening up. So all of this stuff is exploding, and things that I didn't want to deal with, I guess, I mean, for all my life, people are like, you should be in therapy. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. It's like, I don't want to open up Pandora's box of this shit. And now the shit is open and I don't know what to do with it. And it scares me sometimes. And it's not scares because I don't want people to think that like I'm in a place of like not being okay. Of course I'm okay. But it scares me because it doesn't stop. Like once I start that cry, and it's a guttural cry, I can't stop it. And then what? Then I get scared that I can't function for the rest of the day, which I do. But it's a scary feeling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you spend 52 years not doing it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of packed away, shoes, which is my way of saying issues. My shoes, my shoe collection, my shoe collection. It's stuffed in that part of my body, which we know is not a good thing because that causes disease. No. So then I get like, oh, great. So now I'm going to have like, my stomach cancer, my brain just goes all over. No, I know. But like your brain starts to think these things. And because we know that holding in stuff causes dis-ease in the body, not necessarily disease, but dis-ease. And I got to stick around,
You do.
I got a kid and I got to stick around. So, yeah.
You have a lot of people who love you.
And I got some MS things that are new that I'm not loving very much. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And
are you able to have any moments where, because I know if the roles were reversed right now, right? And I was telling you all of this, and you have your beautiful perspective, which you just shared. Are you aware that this process, albeit painful and scary and incredibly difficult, is kind of healing for you?
Yeah. I mean, I just started working with someone, a woman who's a doctor, and she's also like a spiritual, emotional healer. And she's in Dubai. So she's kind of like rad, and she's got like all these, she's just really, really knowledgeable. She's really knowledgeable about MS. She's really knowledgeable about trauma. And I've only had a couple sessions with her. So I am reaching out to find a way to I hate saying get through it, because that feels like, oh, I got to get through this. I think we say that a lot, in life of, if I can just get through this, it's like it, for me, that holds like this thing of like pushing a boulder up a hill, I've got to get through this. So it's all of that, but it is pushing a boulder up a hill. It's just, I don't know. Is there another side? Is there another side of this healing process, or is this just going to be the way it is? Because there are things that I can't change. I can't change that I have MS. I can't change. But one thing she said yesterday, well, we have to talk so early in the morning. I love that, but she's on Dubai time, so I will allow it. She says, Christina, I believe in miracles. And she started kind of talking to my lesions. And it was like this feeling of like,
just got chills.
Can we? can we have a miracle here? I don't want to get my hopes up, but man, if she's going to hold that space, as someone who is incredibly knowledgeable about what our disease is. And when we're finding out that trauma, can cause this, and, that's up for debate.
Yeah.
But it's more and more studies are being shown and seeing that there is 5 things that personality things, not disorders, things in life that are very common with those of us who have this disease. And so it's not a lack of D3, guys. So stop saying stupid shits. Don't say stupid shits. It's literally can be caused from childhood trauma and personality traits that we have of allowing people to be more important than us. So always putting yourself in the back seat. What were the other things? Because I sent you a thing and there were so many things.
Perfectionism.
Yep.
I don't know if it's self-deprecation or,
we should probably watch the video again because
we should probably do more research before we talk about this.
Yeah, I know, but
I wanted to say that to me, what you're doing right now and the journey that you're on currently is a radical act of self-love, because you are bringing to the surface things that are hard because you want to let them go. The deepest parts of you, subconsciously, consciously, wants to let it go because you deserve to let it go. You can choose what you want to keep and you can choose what you want to let go. I truly believe that. And to me, I do believe in miracles. I've seen a miracle. I 100%, and I've said this to you before, who are we to say why we aren't deserving of miracles? Why wouldn't anybody be? And I think while you're in the war right now, you are in the crossfires of the darkest shit. To me, if I'm going to get spiritual about the miracles of things, it happens because of love. That's the only energy, that's the only vibration that can supersede anything and have a miracle. And I think that that's the road that you're on. I know it's hard. And I'm proud to be by your side while you're doing this. And I'm proud of you because you've allowed yourself to sit with a lot of feelings that are very uncomfortable, that 99% of the world pushes away all the time.
Yeah. One thing she said too, in the sessions, which without getting too much detail because that's my private time, but I want to share this, that one of the things that she does is she has me put my hands on my heart. And she said, this is the one that got me. And of course, now my eyes are welling up. And she said, I want you to talk to 3 to 7-year-old you right now. And she goes, say, I matter. I matter. And the other one she said was, I love you. Please forgive me. And thank you.
That's a Ho'oponopono prayer.
Well, that's what she's working with.
It's the best. It's the best.
But when I start it, it's I start to feel all that sickness in my stomach. It's all of it, the nausea. And, I woke up at 1:30 this morning and vomited for an hour, because some stuff's going on here at home, and that's how I express it out of my body. Is purging it out, literally with vomiting. But it's that feeling starts to come where I'm saying this stuff and it comes from so deep under my skin, under my muscles, into a place that I've ignored for all these years.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, not anymore, but it's also I don't want to feel like I'm, choking. I don't want to feel this way. So it's then I just want to step it back and put on my shows, today I watched like 5 episodes of The Voice, and then I watched Potomac. And then when we're done here today, I'm going to watch New York and Sailing Yacht. It's going to be a Bravo day.
Well, it's okay to take a break in Bravo. Take a break in Bravo.
There's nothing wrong with taking a break in Bravoing, guys.
Now I know the title of this episode.
Yep. Take a break in Bravo.
Wow. We need to trademark that.
We need to get a piece of all Bravo shows at this point.
You're welcome, Andy Cohen.
You're welcome, Andy.
Support for Messy comes from Whoop. As you all know, we've been on the hunt for the absolute best products in the health and wellness space and have recently started using Whoop, one of our sponsors for today's episode. Their calling card is in their recovery and sleep tracking. So each morning when you wake up, you get a recovery score from 0 to 100. And you can think of it as your guide, how to approach your day. So when you get started on Whoop, you set goals for yourself, whether that's improving your sleep or recovery or training smarter or harder or just simply feeling better. Whoop then learns your body's baselines, your body's patterns, and it coaches you with custom recommendations on how to tailor your lifestyle, tailor your habits, your training, and more to unlock your health. How cool is that? It's like a personal trainer / life coach on your wrist, right in the palm of your hands, guiding you to a new and better you. The new year is coming. I don't know about you, but I'm always wanting to get my health in better gear when it comes to the New Year's and my resolutions. And you can do this with over 140 different habits, behaviors, daily decisions. You'll see how they impact your overall health with the help of Whoop. So head to join.whoop.com/messy to get started today with a free 1-month trial. That's join.whoop.com/messy to get started with your free 1-month trial. Well, there's no going back in the best of ways.
I know. There really isn't. Like, this is it.
I hope that you can have moments where you see that light that you're headed towards. And the only person that can get you there is you.
Well, I saw it after service on Sunday.
I know you did.
And I mean, of course, that was like a little bit more of a commentary on the world right now.
But it's giving you the feeling that's universal, no matter what it's about.
I love that new tradition in my life right now because I can't physically get there to Agape because, that was our Reverend Michael Beckwith, who is our beautiful guest and friend. And, but the fact that I can just put it up on my TV, stream it and lay here and church it up.
Incredible.
And I feel that way. And then the next day I had like a full on fucking meltdown. Like I was like, oh, I feel so free and I feel so good. And then the next day I was a ball of shit.
Is there always something that sets you off, whether it be from a person, a situation, or your body? Or is it just a feeling that creeps up?
Without saying too much, because there's, school.
Yep. Yeah.
So lack of control, a feeling of lack of control over something that shouldn't be the way it is. It should be, You're having no control over anything right now. No, but that especially is like that thing of, come on, man, come on. You've got this. When you see someone's potential and capability and then they fight you, it's very frustrating because I don't have a lot of fight in me, to push and to help and to be there. And I don't want to make this person feel uncomfortable by saying that, but that honestly is my trigger. That's my trigger. 100% without a doubt, like the one thing right now that I'm like, even talking about it right now, I'm like, I have sweaty armpits and normally I don't because I use Lumi.
Well, it could be sweaty, but you're not stinky.
Yes. Well, and of course, Lumi does not claim to be an antiperspirant. So, but at least they don't smell. Thank you, Lumi.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Well,
Lumi.
I think that's a thing though for a lot of people that live with a chronic illness is, having the boundary sometimes to say to a loved one or a friend or a coworker, or whoever it may be in that moment, like, I actually don't have the fight in me. And I've had that very conversation many times, whether it's with my husband, whether it's with my kids. I've literally, one time my kids were fighting so bad, driving me crazy. I had been alone with them for days. My husband was out of town. And I looked at Bo and I was like, I have nothing left right now. You have to help me. I have nothing, buddy. I can't, I'm trying and I just don't have it. I've again said it to Cutter sometimes too. If we're in a spot or if we're in a situation or we're not getting along or whatever it is, and I'll look at him and say, I can't do it. You've got to, like, I'm waving the white flag. The mental gymnastics we have to go through sometimes just to survive a day when you have a disability trumps sometimes dealing with a situation or having the energy to. And it's one of the unfortunate things that the people around us have to understand.
Well, yeah. And what's going through my head is that, I want to be the authority,
Right.
But walking down the hall, standing in the doorway, trying to be the authority as I'm falling over is not a good look. It's like, it's not a good look going like, this is what you have to do. And it's like, bam, into the wall. And then you're like, trying to stumble back to your room and then cry because you can't be the authority to come with an energy of like, you need to listen to me. Like, and I can't. And then I cry and feel defeated and then allow things to happen that I wish weren't happening. And it's like, I think, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't say to her because I also don't want to be like, I have nothing to give you. I have nothing left to give you. And that's a hard thing for me to say.
Right.
A lot of the time I'm the voice. Yeah. And if it doesn't come with intention behind it and a real clear intention, it's, they always say like they can smell fear,
Yeah.
The bears can smell their menstruations. Sorry, that's the movie that I was in, but
which movie?
Bears.
What movie is that from?
Anchorman.
Oh, Anchorman. Duh. I was like, wait.
I always think of that as the bears can smell their menstruation. It's like, yeah. And I don't have a period anymore. So that's definitely obviously metaphorical. They can smell fear. Children.
Yeah, but I also think it's okay for her to understand sometimes that, because it also gives her the boundary to learn where she could honestly be honest with herself and her feelings and her body and her temperament of just being like, because so few of us know when the finish line is where it is. Do you know what I mean? Of just being like, I need a break. I can't do anymore. So many people push past it and then they burn the fuck out. And it shows up, like you said, physically or mentally or in both or in all the ways. And I think that you living as honestly as you are in front of the people that are around you all the time is doing more good than damage. I think it's really, if I wish still for my mom to feel comfortable to live authentically and speak authentically of what she's feeling. She's still, she's lived a lifetime of just hiding, her trauma or pushing things down to not be a burden or to not ruffle any feathers, or because she is straight up embarrassed of her trauma.
Yeah, that's the thing that we can't do, because then you get to this spot, at 52 or 82 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, what is all of this that's happening right now? And I feel like I have to say this because whatever. Recently, there were some things and blah, blah, blah. But my relationship with my 13-year-old child is completely unique. I honestly don't think I've ever seen a relationship like this between a 13-year-old and their mother, where she wants to hang out with me and she wants to go and have lanai talks and talk about her feelings and lay in bed with me and hold my hand and watch weird stuff like My Strange Addiction. We watched that for hours the other day, just weird stuff. But like the fact that she feels so comfortable and safe. And she said to me the other day when I hugged her goodnight, she goes, Mom, you're the only person I let hug me. And I said, I know. I said, because you know that I'm yours. Like, you've got me no matter what. And, I didn't have that with my mom really so much at 13. Yes, in other parts of life. But at 13, man, my diary at 13 was like, I hate my mom. Yes, all of that. And I feel so blessed that Sadie trusts me to be like one of her best friends. And that we, but
that's you. You've set that stage and you've set that for you both.
Well, we need each other.
Yes, you have each other.
Which brings me to, I'm sorry, I'm going to change course a bit, but on topic, that like this time right now, as we approach holidays, that if you grew up in a home, like I did with a single parent, only child, that loneliness, that not knowing what it felt like to have family was huge. And, every year before my grandmother passed in 1995, we always went for Christmas to her house in South Bend, Indiana. And I had all these people, these like family members, that this thing would happen. And it was like a dinner at a table with other people. It's just like this kind of amazing thing. And the way the house smelled and like the snow and these people that were normal, man. They were normal. They were Midwestern. I love all of them. Unfortunately, due to some politics, some of us don't talk so much right now, but that's okay. I still love them. But it was like this thing of, wow. But it was one night a year that I sat down at a table with other people to have a meal. And for those of us who grew up in an only child, single parent home, you feel like you're missing something because you didn't have
so in your face that you're missing it, right?
You didn't have a dad. You didn't have siblings. You didn't have all of this. And when I was about 15 or 16, I said to my father and his family, I said, I need Thanksgivings with all of you. I don't know if people know, I have a brother and a sister from my dad's his now marriage that he's been in for 52 years. So yes, basically my whole life. I'm like, that's it. Like, you guys have to come. I have to have this, like, in my life. I have to have this. And it started with just, the five of us, which can be a little rough because of my parents' histories,
Sure.
But they put that away so that I could have this semblance of normalcy, whatever that means. But then it grew to 25 people here at my house that I would cook the whole meal myself. And it was like, that is family. And those were the best Thanksgivings that I remember is every year, at least 25 to 30 people here. Now, how I fit them into my dining area and made all that food. I mean, now I can barely like chop a celery without like having to go sit down. But like that feeling of like, family doesn't have to be this picture that you think. It's the people that support you and love you and that you love and support. And many of those people are still my dear friends. Now, they don't come over anymore for Thanksgiving, but because I ain't going to cook for 25 people. That's not going to happen.
Whole Foods does great catering, by the way.
I know, but I'm weird. It has to be my food.
So what are you going to do for Thanksgiving this year then?
I've got a little bit of help. I've trained my friend Cheryl to make the green bean casserole, and I'll make everything else. But
what do you make?
Okay, so it's super Midwestern. Okay,
Great.
don't. My brother one time,
No
he's
judges.
like, no. My brother one time goes, "Can we elevate the recipes a little bit? Like, can we elevate them? Can we do like a green bean almondine?" And I'm like, no, we cannot. We are using Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. I'm sorry, buddy, with the recipe on the side of the can. That's what's happening. So
it's the day to do it.
The day to do it. We got that. We've got my grandmother's famous dressing, which I make and will not let anyone touch it. Like I do that. And
dressing means stuffing?
Stuffing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
That's my favorite personal side, by the way.
Okay. That's my jam. I don't know what you put in yours, but I
don't make one.
Okay. Mine's celery, onions, garlic, the stuff, veggie broth, raisins, and water chestnuts. Don't care. Don't at me if you don't like this. If you tried my stuffing dressing, you would be like, that's the best shit I've ever had.
Wow.
So that's happening. There's going to be mashed potatoes that, guess what, have cream cheese in them.
Ooh.
And a ton of butter.
Yes.
And maybe even sour cream. We might just go full dairy. And then South Carolina sweet potato casserole, which has candied walnuts on top of it. No marshmallows, guys. I'm sorry. Can't do them.
No.
But it's beautiful. And biscuits from a can that you pop open.
Love it.
And a Gardein vegan roast, because we don't eat meat in this house.
Right.
That's it. That's what's happening.
What is Gardein? Is that a brand?
Yes, it's a vegan brand. And they have a roast that is just beautiful.
Being an adult has its high points. Like, you can eat ice cream for dinner anytime you want, or stay up and watch your favorite show till 2 a.m. without anybody yelling at you. But it's also not all fun. You have to do taxes, and you got to figure out what's for dinner every freaking night. And you have to make doctor's appointments. And for that one, there is ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors. You can choose the right one for your needs, and you can click to instantly book an appointment. We are talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more. You can filter doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and who are also highly rated by verified patients. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can sometimes even score same-day appointments, okay? So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/messy to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/messy, ZocDoc.com/messy.
Support for Messy comes from Jenny Kane.
The holiday season is here, which means we're focused on all things festive and gifting. And Jenny Kane is a go-to destination for the very best of the season. Listen, they've got their iconic gift guide leading the way. And Jenny Kane, she's just got a way to make things effortlessly chic and an easy way to check off everyone on your list, yourself included. Everything Jenny Kane makes is just luxury, from their cashmere knits and essential outerwear to their homeware pieces like their delicious candles. There is no better way to get into the seasonal spirit than at Jenny Kane. Listen, if you have travel coming up, there's the Jenny Kane ultra versatile knits like their cashmere half sip, which is a personal favorite of mine. If you're looking for your dream holiday party outfit, there's the Justin Feet dress, which is you just pair with like a little pair of boots or something, and there you are. They've also got the Caroline coat or opera coat, and then you can't forget again about their home essentials. They've got candles. They have a votive gift set that is just dropped that it's the perfect stocking stuffer, but this never lasts long, so you got to shop while you can, because for a limited time only, our listeners will get 15% off their first order by going to jennykane.com and using the code MESSY15 to get 15% off. So gift yourself and your loved ones the best gift of all, Jenny Kane. And our listeners get 15% off your first order when you use code MESSY15 at checkout. That's 15% off your first order at JENNIKAYNE.com. Promo code MESSY15. Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about. Well, I'm proud of you for speaking up and wanting your Thanksgiving and then creating one, because I can only imagine, it's like everything about these holidays that is thrown in your face. It's getting together and family, every commercial, every ad. It's just always the picture of joy and people together. And sometimes it's not that.
No.
You can feel a lot of pressure that you're not having that.
And I love Thanksgiving. Like, Thanksgiving's my favorite because it's a non-religious holiday.
Right.
I mean, I think that if we're going to get weird, I don't think everyone loves the idea of Thanksgiving and where it generated from. the history of Thanksgiving might not make you, but it's like this time of we can go around the table and say what we're grateful for, and the way the house smells and the music playing and the mishmash of people that will be here this year, which I'm very excited about. My stepdaughter is going to be here with her boyfriend, and she hasn't been here for a couple of years. And like, I'm super excited about that. And because Christmas can, not everyone celebrates Christmas.
Right.
But it's like, go ahead. Sorry.
I happen to be a sucker for the holidays. We didn't have big Thanksgivings. We didn't have Christmas. We had Hanukkah growing up. But one of my favorite parts about having kids was creating our own traditions, like creating our own way of doing things. Thanksgiving usually is small, but this year I have 15 people coming.
Oh my goodness.
We'll figure it out. I've got a lot of Cutter Southern family, and those women have, similar to you, their ways of making things. So I just handle the turkey. That's my expertise. I got my turkey today, delivered from a farm here in Texas.
Nice.
But Christmas.
Sorry, poor little dude. Sorry.
I know. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's
okay. No, it's okay. I'm fine.
Disrespectful to you.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Do you want me to find out what his name was?
Probably. Did you ever see Portlandia?
No.
Okay. Before you finish, I have to say it because please, everyone needs to watch this episode of Portlandia. Fred Armisen and Carrie go to this restaurant and they order chicken, and they want to know everything about the chicken. And they want to know, first of all, Fred keeps going, is it local? The way he keeps going local, he goes, is it local? Is it local? And they're like, well, what's his name? What was he fed? All this stuff. And they end up going to the farm from where the chicken came from and like discovering these people and like needing to know where he came from so that they could feel good about
the chicken they just ate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Well, right, I won't go that far.
Okay. Is it local?
But I know the farm he's from.
Okay. He's local. He's local?
He's local.
Okay.
It's Texas local. But Christmas became whoever has nowhere to go, come over. And I remember I was pregnant with Jack, and we had 35 people in our home. It was potluck. It was joy. Kids were running around. It's like the one time I didn't care that my house was a mess. I was eating sweet potatoes out of the can, drinking out of the pan, drinking a can of Coke at the end of the night. Like, just joy, because it's just,
wow, you're so wild.
I am. What do you mean?
Having at the end of the night,
eating it out of the pan with a cold Coca-Cola. It's my wild ways. I don't drink alcohol. That's why.
I know.
But we made it that way for ourselves, and I think that anyone can. You can make the holidays whatever you want them to be for yourself. There's no blueprint for how it should be. I think we could feel pressure because of maybe the movies we grew up with, or like I said, or the commercials we see. But I've loved paving our own way with it all, and I'm a big decorations person.
Oh my God. I
don't you get yours professionally done?
I know I'm such a douchebag. Yes.
You sent me a picture one year and it's incredible.
I say to the guy, and it's so expensive, and I find it, I want to kind of vomit that I actually do this because it's such a waste,
it makes you
but
happy.
It's not a waste because I can't decorate the tree. I can't do any of these things anymore, but man, they come with a 12-foot tree and they make
a real one.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys.
Wow. No.
And the house smells amazing. And it looks like a Macy's out of like the 1950s. Like and I said to him, I want it as tacky and over the top as possible, because I remember when I would go to South Bend, Indiana, we would also go to Chicago, and there was a store there called Marshall Fields. And we would go and get all the Christmas presents from Marshall Fields. And it was so garish and so beautiful. And it's like this thing that just gives me so much joy. And so I save up my money all year long to pay for this man to come in his team to come and like do not the whole house, but like the living room and the kitchen. And
your living room, how tall are your ceilings in your living room? They're pretty tall.
They're like 15 feet.
Yeah.
Again, sounding douchey, but it's
not
just the
douchey.
living room. The rest of the house is crap junk.
We got an artificial tree 2 years ago. We bit the bullet. It doesn't smell good. I throw on my holiday candle to give me the pine smell. But
well, there's that place that I saw it on Shark Tank. It's a farm, and you can get a live tree and then give it back. And each year it keeps growing. And then that becomes kind of your tree.
What?
Yeah. Shark Tank, guys, if you're listening.
That's so cool.
Google it, Shark Tank living trees. And yeah, the guy takes it back, keeps it alive, and it becomes like your tree.
Wow. Love it.
So I don't know if it's something.
Look it up. Look it up.
Guys.
It's on Shark Tank.
I unfortunately will have a tree that we cut down. I'm sorry.
It's not unfortunate. The circle of life. Yep. I'm one of those crazy people that lets my kids decorate, but not really, because they don't do it as good as me.
Exactly. That's why we don't either. Sadie would try, and she just put stuff in the wrong place. And I'm like, okay, I think we're done here.
Nope. Drives me crazy.
That's
you know
Dr.
what we
Christmas.
did do? Dr. Christmas. You know what we do is I have a photo frame of every year since Bo's first Christmas with him and Santa every year as he grows. And then Jack started joining the picture. So from 2013 to now, and every year there's more frames. And that's my favorite thing to put out. And the kids love it too, because they just watch them grow up with Santa.
I love that so much. And then now it's too late, but the elf on the shelf phenomenon, right?
Yes.
So she had her elf named Max. And Max was very special. Max pooped in little tiny toilets. He would fly in sleighs.
Did you do the elf shit every night?
Oh, yeah, like a chocolate piece in the little baby Barbie toilet. Or then I would film him flying in a sleigh and crazy stuff. So one year she decides that she wants to adopt him for the full year. So we make an adoption thing for him, like laminated, signed by all of us. So Max became every day, you guys. Every day.
You had to do something every day?
Yeah. And
That's my living hell.
Okay. The next thing I know, all of a sudden, like a year later, she has 12 elves. Okay. So I have to tell you this because this is how psycho we got. So the dog got a hold of one of the elves and chewed a chunk out of the elf's head. And the child was completely lost her mind. And those of us in this house are very afraid of her because, well, she's very scary. She can be very scary. So I'm like, what are we going to do? So I said, all right, let's Google an elf getting brain surgery. And we found a picture of an elf on the shelf with the brain wrapped with doctors around the elf. And we, quote unquote, sent the elf to the elf hospital at the North Pole and then gave her a picture of the elf getting brain surgery. And I know you're all thinking that we're psycho and this is the worst thing ever, but don't really care. It helped.
Quite the opposite.
And gave her the picture and she's like, oh my God, Emma, whatever that elf's name was, she's going to be okay. And then we went and got, obviously a new elf that looked exactly like her, brought her back. And then we took a knife and made like a tiny scar on top of her head.
Oh. You know what I take from that?
Oh God, what do you take from that? Because I don't know what to take from that.
There's a reason why Sadie sits and has lanai talks with you and lays in bed with you and holds your hand and talks to you the way she did, because you have made her life magical. And right now is a season of life that you're both going through. But you, my friend, have set the most beautiful foundation. This is just a moment. I love hearing these stories. You're an incredible mother.
Well, now that she earmuffs anyone listening when she found out there is no Santa. Okay.
How old was she?
It was a while ago. And she said, I've known for a long time, but I didn't want to disappoint you. And I said,
Sweet
okay,
girl.
Do you want to set up all the stuff that I set up? Which is I make snow, then I have the boots and I make boot prints.
Oh my God.
Boot prints all from the fireplace to the tree. And she's like, yeah. So now like our tradition is she and I set it up. We set up the magic together.
Wow. I half-ass everything.
Sorry.
It's fine. They don't know what they're missing. They don't know they're missing boots and snow.
Sorry, kids.
Incredible.
Mom, you need to do boots and snow. It's really fun. It's
Maybe
the
I'll
simple
try
stuff.
it.
It's like one that you put the water in and then it like expands.
Yeah.
So just put it in front of the fireplace, take a boot, one of Cutter's boots, if he has a boot, and you just make little footprints.
That's a good idea.
To the tree.
Last year, someone in our so Bo doesn't believe anymore. But last
Earmuffs,
year,
everyone. Santa's totally real.
Someone in our neighborhood hires this man who's an excellent Santa. And if you sign up, he'll come to your house like over the course of like 2 or 3 days, like at night, and like surprise you and the family.
Seems a little beautiful. Oh, I was going to say something. Who is this man and have you vetted him? Okay.
Yes, he's been vetted. He's so incredible Santa, showed up at the house, knew the kids' names before he got there, to the point where even Bo was like, I could see like because he was like, do you know him? And I wasn't lying. I was like, no. Like, I don't know this man. I don't know. And so Bo even was like questioning what was happening. It was very sweet, very magical. He had all these jingle bells on him. And, he's probably, making his way through our neighborhood and, nature calls and he asked to use our bathroom. And this poor man took a dump in our bathroom. But like all you could hear was like the jingle bells on his wrist, like grabbing more and more toilet paper. And Jack was like 4 at the time. He's like, is Santa pooping? Mommy, is Santa pooping? Poor man.
Oh my
Never
God.
forget it. Santa pooped in our house. It was big news. Big news. We had to tell everybody about it.
Messy is sponsored by BetterHelp. So my favorite thing about the holidays is that if you have family, if you don't have family, your family are the people that surround you, that support you, that love you, and that you love and support back. And this last Thanksgiving, I had a table of all of those things, whether they're blood related or people that needed a place to go. All that warmth and love is so important, but also the holidays can bring up a lot of pain in a lot of people, and that's understood. So you've got to be able to reach out sometimes, because sometimes the people right in front of your face don't know how to handle what you're dealing with. So BetterHelp is a wonderful, wonderful place to go.
BetterHelp is entirely online. It is designed to be convenient, designed to be flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire, and you will get matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, if you're not vibing with this therapist, you can switch at any time for no additional charge. If you're thinking of starting therapy, we really think you should give BetterHelp a try. And you can find some comfort this December with BetterHelp. So visit betterhelp.com/messy today, and you will get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/messy. Support for Messy comes from OneSkin. Oh, is your skin feeling drier than normal, like mine? Turns out there's a scientific reason for that. Something today's sponsor, OneSkin, the first company to target skin aging at the cellular level, knows all about. The difference between OneSkin's products and others on the market is that OneSkin is formulated with their proprietary OS01 peptide. This is a peptide that the four founders, who are all skin longevity scientists, developed after testing 900 other ingredients. And it's specifically proven to switch off the aging, dysfunctional cells that cause collagen breakdown and compromise skin barrier. In fact, in lab and clinical studies, OS01I, OS01 face, and OS01 body were proven to increase barrier function in addition to improving overall appearance in 100% of users. And now you can try OneSkin's top seller in their limited edition holiday bundle. It's a $149 value for just $99. This exclusive set includes travel sizes of OS01I, OS01 face, and OS01 body in an elegant leatherette bag. It is the perfect gift for anyone who wants healthier, more hydrated skin. And for a limited time, you will get 15% off using code MESSY when you check out at oneskin.com. I love my OneSkin OS01 face. I use it religiously, and I truly have seen a difference in my skin. My skin feels more, what's the word they use? Supple, smoother, definitely improving fine lines and wrinkles.
I'm such a dumb that I thought OS was something else. And I literally just realized it stood for a OneSkin. Thank you. We love OneSkin.
I didn't even know that while I was saying it. So thanks for teaching me.
But does it? Or is it some kind of scientific thing?
It must. Well, let's find out.
Let's Google it.
Let's ask the all-woman team of skin longevity scientists that has founded OneSkin, because OneSkin is redefining the aging process with their proprietary OS01 peptide, the first ingredient proven to help skin look, feel, and behave like its younger self. Get 15% off with code MESSY at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code MESSY. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. Your future.
You only got one. You only got one, guys.
Just one.
One OS.
Do you remember the time that you earmuffs found out that Santa wasn't real? Do you remember? Because I remember so clearly, but I'm gonna wait.
I never knew he was.
Oh, that's right. Because
he didn't come to see us.
That's right. Because
we're the Jews.
The Jews.
The Jewish kids. Although my dad, I think I might have expressed to my family that I was kind of bummed about it. And I'll never forget, I was maybe 8 or 9, and I woke up Christmas morning and there was a little present on my windowsill and a tape recorder. And I pressed play, and my dad had recorded a little cassette tape of his, like, trying to do like a Santa voice. I mean, like, hello, Jamie. Like, I'm sorry I never came to see you. And I opened a little box, and he had, all I ever wanted was long earrings. I wanted long earrings. And it was like this tiny little pair of like drop earrings.
Oh,
I still have them.
That's really sweet. I love that.
I know.
Well, mine was, I was 5. Yeah, that's a little early for finding out.
What?
I was 5.
You like just started understanding who he was.
Really getting into it. And I had come down in the middle of the night, and there were 101 presents under the tree for me. Now, mind you, it was like, a thing of paper clips, and, it wasn't like 101 presents.
But still.
It was my mom and my godmother's way of kind of giving me something, because we had just gotten out of something really horrible in my life. So anyway.
They made it magical. That's where you learn.
I see all these presents and I'm so excited. And that day I had cleaned out the chimney, not the chimney part, the fireplace part, like sweeping it, getting it ready. We made him cookies. We got it ready. And I'm sitting there looking at the presents, and I look up on one of the shelves in the dining room, and it's the same fucking wrapping paper. And my little brain went, what? And I figured it out. And my mom
see your little face.
Oh, my little 5-year-old, maybe 6. I think it was 1977. So maybe 6. So angry, like put 2 and 2 together, was like, what? And my mom said that I screamed and cried at her and said, you humiliated me.
Oh.
Because she had me clean out the fireplace and all this stuff. Oh. And I was like, you lied and you humiliated me. That's fun. Ball of trauma. Okay.
And back to the ball of trauma.
Back to the ball of trauma. So little advice to parents. If you're going to
hide the wrapping paper,
your fucking kids' stuff, can you please put it away somewhere so that you can keep the magic going for as long as you
can? Great advice. That's great advice. Well, I'm happy you shared all of those things today.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a reprieve from what you're going through, but you're also able to remember you talked about that we can remember the trauma because it's what shapes us and it's what, stays with us, but it's also good to remember the good things. And you remembered a lot of the good things today.
Yeah. There's like 5.
I'm glad we listed them all today.
That was it. That was my entire repertoire of fine memories.
No. All right. I'm going to read a letter. A couple of weeks ago, Christina and Jamie asked listeners to write in if we feel like we don't deserve good things. I've been meaning to write in since this podcast began. This prompt really hit me in a few ways. I'm a 27-year-old home health nurse, empath, and daughter of a mama with MS. I was 18, just got married, and was in my first year of nursing school when I forced my mom to go to the doctor for weird random symptoms, MS. I went with her, blurting out to the doctor she couldn't feel her legs when she said nothing else was wrong. I had to let someone know she started tripping and falling on our hikes together. Something wasn't right. We never really got to go on a hike again. This started initial testing, and she was diagnosed officially in 2016. It's a never-ending journey, balancing having a nursing brain and a mom with a chronic, debilitating, lifelong disease with no cure. When do I be a nurse, which is more automatic than I'd prefer? And when can I just be a daughter? Luckily for now, mom can still walk, and she has a loving, supporting husband. I wasn't sure that would be the case nearly 10 years later. Then switched to full nurse mode, and I'm caring for all of the chronically ill and vulnerable, seeing and feeling all of the pain. I see every type of person in every type of living situation, good and bad. I go to people's homes, their sacred space, the closest reality any medical professional will ever see into a patient's real life. I see their glass case of emotions up close and personal. I see what disease really looks like in the real world when no one else is watching. I visit people again and again, get to know them on deep levels, watch family dynamics unravel, get to know the individual patterns, and do my best to help a little bit each visit, even if it's just holding space for their pain. I see so much pain and suffering every single day. 5.5 years in home health, and I find no rhyme or reason to illness, life, and death. There is no right way to plan life or prepare for the unknown, diseases, illness, or death. I try my best to stay positive, but it gets heavy on my soul. I also have one of my best friends who has had her whole life change and uproot over the past 4 years with chronic hidden neurological illness. She is still fighting to get the right diagnosis. Sometimes I feel like a ticking time bomb waiting for my turn at a terrible illness. Every time a limb falls asleep because of a weird position or I drop something one too many times, I wonder if it's MS manifesting. Did I forget I'm busy or because I'm growing lesions on my brain? I wonder if everything will slip away soon. Even if it's not MS, autoimmune diseases tend to run in families. It could be something else. My mom and my best friend have autoimmune diseases, so why would I be spared? I know this thinking is inaccurate, and there is no way I will ever know if something bad will happen one day, whether it be a car accident or MS. Sometimes I feel I can't enjoy planning ahead and dreaming about the future because I'm afraid it will be stolen soon enough by illness. I try not to let these thoughts grow because I'm also afraid of manifesting something bad by living in fear. Even deeper, how could I deserve anything good when those around me, my family and my patients, are dealing with so much pain, heartache, and broken dreams? Why do I get to reach for my dreams and they don't? It's not fair. I'm afraid to be happy or content because I feel something bad is right around the corner. I overthink and ruminate, trying to plan ahead and control everything and everyone around me to try to get safe before the bad comes to get me. I go to therapy and I'm building up good people around me. I'm working on feeling deserving of happiness. Anyways, I am sorry I'm always long-winded. I feel like I could talk to you both for hours. Thank you so much to Christina and Jamie for this podcast. It is so crucial to talk about these things in this world, and especially this country where healthcare is a battle. I get to share this podcast with my mom, and we get to talk about it and connect. It helps me understand chronic illness better when I am lucky enough not to live it myself, but as a caregiver. Thank you. P.S. If you ever need a home health nurse, I'm here. If only teleporting existed, as I do live in Oregon. Just in case, Christina, I am obsessed with your movie trick. Oh, she wants to give you her movies.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
My 5 movies are Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Alice in Wonderland, Interstellar, and It's a Wonderful Life. Well, I feel like I can almost do those 5 movies.
I think you could do those ones. I think you should try, but I wanted to say some. Yeah.
Go ahead. You say
I think
something
you should.
first.
I wanted to say something to her because this immediately popped up in my head, because something that I've been trying to really, that I struggle with, but I'm trying to remember. You got to reset and you have to be present, because this shit gone in a second. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that we have to sit here and think that something horrible is going to happen. But I have friends who are kind of going through some stuff in their mind. And I'm like, you're sitting across from me and you're not seeing me. I need you here. Be here. And I think that has really come from Jess's situation. And you don't know what every moment's going to bring. But if you stay in the moment, you're living. You're literally living. And it's a hard thing to do because the brain gets so overactive, and all of the macabre thoughts and projections and bullshit and past and future. It's like, how can we stay as present as possible? It's like when you're with your patients, hold their hand, feel the pulse going through from their pulse to your pulse. Stay, I don't know, because I really want to stay present, because I know how loud the brain and fear can be. You know, what do they say? Fear is fuck everything and run. Mm-hmm. So I think because of the year that we've had as a family and as a community, that we've, lost our girls in this year, there's this feeling of really needing to be in gratitude and in presence. And it's a really hard thing to do. But if you can just keep remembering, it's like, it's so much better. I don't know. That's all I'm saying, because I don't know.
And to add,
yes,
how lucky are those people to have you? Your purpose in life and your role in their life, they need you. There's no reason to have guilt or fear that too could happen to you. I can understand it. You're around it so much that's painful, and we have no control over whether that happens or not, as you've also seen, but you're also, your purpose and your service alleviates pain and brings joy. Like Christina said, when you sit with them in the presence and with love, You're helping so much. Thank you for what you do, Christina.
Yeah. I've been in the hospital quite a bit this last couple of years from my stomach. And there are nurses that come in and don't connect. And it feels like I'm a chore, changing my IV or putting the medicine in. It feels like a chore. It's the ones that come in and know that I'm in pain and put their hand on my arm are the ones that I want to like snuggle up with. Like, I'm like, thank you so much. And I usually cry with gratitude and tell them, I hope you know how grateful I am for you, because I know you go into a lot of rooms and people don't make eye contact with you as well. But it's those connections that I make with them. And there's this beautiful thing at the hospital that I go to. It's called standing ovation. And you can write a letter to them, telling them how grateful you are for them. And I do it every time I have a nurse that comes in with that feeling. So remember, like, you're making a difference in someone's life.
That's incredible.
And you're making them feel safe and loved and taken care of and okay. Am I supposed to do her movies right now? Some of these I'm not really very familiar with. So, you wish you lived on a magical planet and not in this life. And that there was more to the story here. Unfortunately, the story here can be grim and real, and nobody has a magic wand. But wouldn't it be so nice to have that? Wouldn't it be so nice to live in a world where something happens that we can't explain? But then again, there can be these miracles, and stay in that zone, because I know the world looks real grim to you sometimes, lady, but also stay in that land that, there is something going on in this universe, and it's there for our good, and it's there for our happiness. It's there for our joy. So stick in that. Right.
I want to say it, and so it is, but I do have a card.
And you have a card.
I have a card. Here we go.
Smells good.
Good.
It's the Tangerine movie.
You must live in the present. Launch yourself on every wave. Find your eternity in each moment. Fools stand on their island of opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land. There is no other life but this.
You planned that.
I wish I did.
Did you plan that? Literally.
What
We were just talking about. And so it is. This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windisch.
If you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or a review. Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.